Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video in Skulking Geist. This is a wild card made, well, back in the Knights of the Frozen Throne, was used to combat Jade Idol. There was no answer to Jade Idol, a 6-mana card that could destroy all 1-cost spells in both hands and deck. And well, this card, subject to a little bit of controversy on Twitter, you may not know it, but it has been changed. It's been debatably been nerfed, maybe buffed. We're gonna get into it. But yes, despite the fact that the card text on this card is the exact same and nothing appeared in the patch notes lately, well, this card has changed. Before we get into all that, of course, so if you're enjoying the content on the channel and you feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit the sub button down below. Give the video a like. It helps the channel out a ton as we are on the road to 69,420 subs. I'm a Canucks fan. Can I get some help right now? My team can't win. So if you look through the patch notes, anything like that, look at the card text. There was no pop-up for Skulking Geist to be changed. However, Hardtech tweeted this out. Skulking Geist can destroy all 1-cost spells literally now. What do they mean by that? They have the screenshot. Well, they had played an alignment, they had played their Geist, and well, Geist destroyed every card that was turned into a 1-mana spell. If you're not familiar with the card, that's not how it's ever worked. Skulking Geist has only ever destroyed spells based on their base cost. Basically, if it starts as a 1-cost card, regardless of discounts, anything like that, an alignment changing it, it'll get destroyed. That's the only way. It has to have the base cost of 1. This was confirmed to be the intended interaction all the way back in 2017. An old dev here responding to the question. Skulking Geist looks at the base cost before it is modified. So even if you have Sorcerer's Apprentice, you will lose your arcane missiles. And it's been that way for a long time. Clark Hellscream asks here, is this intended? Because this is the first time a wildcard is just randomly changed without any documentation. Back in the day, there was a change to Naga Sea Witch, which was not reversed and ended up making the card go to 8 mana because the way its discounts were basically changed. Like a Giant's discount would happen after its base cost of 5 was set by Naga, making Giants basically 0, leading to some pretty broken board state. So we're wondering, is it that type of situation? It only seemed to be Geist to be like actually changed like that. You would think that would apply to other cards. You look at the Parrot for Mage that recasts 5-cost spells. Even if you played a Sunwell for 0 mana, it would recast a Sunwell at 9, and that still stays true. So it seems specific for the card, but regardless, Clark here asked, is this intended? And Leo, who's one of the devs on the team, responded kind of vaguely here. If I'm understanding correctly, it's destroying all spells that currently cost 1. If I recall, I think this is intended. The old way it worked of looking at definitional cost isn't consistent with other similar effects. And I basically replied to this. It's only ever considered original cost of a spell, never changed its cost, definitely changed it to interaction, which I consider a bug. And then Leo basically re-clarified what he said, which probably I just can't understand English that well. I don't know. He said, what I'm saying is that it isn't how it should have ever worked based on the card text. So basically confirming this is an intentional thing. And Clark followed up here with, out of curiosity, why was this change made so late? This card's been in the game for a long time. I'm not sure where to find it, but this Skulking Geist interaction has been discussed. And before we took a look at that tweet, we were told it was supposed to only affect natural 1-mana cards, nothing discounted. When did this philosophy change? And Leo further responded here, since the creation of this card, we've had a lot more effects that adjust cost in hand or deck. And this card is a standout in consisting the interactions with a card's definitional cost versus their current cost. It's adjustment of an older card to match modern interaction. Confusion caused by Geist is evidenced by what seemed like a once-a-month post online being like, wait, why did Geist destroy this card? Or why didn't Geist destroy this card? This change helps uphold the what you see is what you get tenet we have in Hearthstone. And I will say, it does make it more consistent. Like, it says destroy 1-cost spells. It certainly does that. Not everyone's happy about this. Personally, I don't mind it. I think it's kind of fine. Dane, who's a prolific wild content creator, said this is a nerf to skulking, which is why I put in the title, is this a nerf? Like, a lot of people consider this a nerf for good reason, so we'll go into. Now if a priest reduces something like Inner Fire, you can no longer hit it. One of the big cards that people want to hit, which Engine mentions here, Potion of Madness. People run Geist just so they can kill the Potion of Madness, so when they play a minion, they don't have to worry about dying by them stealing the minion with Potion of Madness and killing you with it. With Geist, if they play Palm Reading, anything like that, you can't hit it anymore. You would run this to always target 1-drops, and now it's not even a certainty. So it is a nerf in that situation. It's also a buff in the alignment situation we took a look at, right? Your opponent casts alignment, you play Geist, you blow them up. I believe Yes Paladin gets affected by this, where I think it's a nerf to that, but it's an interesting one, and that's why I wanted to bring it up in this video. Do you think it's a nerf or a buff? Because I'm really not that sure, because it's kind of like the tribal changes, which we're gonna get a little bit more clarification on that. It's another part of the video, a little bonus here, but overall, yeah, it's an interesting one. But I think there's a bit more to this than just the card changing, because why are they changing a 7-year-old Hearthstone card? It is possible that we had that Frozen Throne event right before the Lich King came out. Geist was in it. Maybe it brought those questions up and they're like, you know what? Let's fix this. But more importantly, the core set's been finalized. We haven't heard about what it's going to be yet, but we know it's finalized. And my thinking is maybe they're preparing. They are preparing Skulking Geist to be in an upcoming core set. So I tweeted out my conspiracy theory time. Skulking Geist was updated in the latest patch to destroy 1-cost cards based on the current cost, not their base cost. This was confirmed to be intentional. Why update a wild card like this? Like, they don't do things like that for wild. Even the Naga thing, which was changed, was just kind of an accident. It was because they had changed the rules of discount. It just indirectly happened. My prediction, it will be in the core set in April. Also has people speculating like me to here, is Jade Idol coming back too with it? Because you never know. So this is pure speculation, of course, but we might be getting Skulking Geist or not. And maybe it's there because they want to hit Jade Idol, which I would be very surprised. They have like deck defining cards like that, like Jade Idol. Geist is just a tech card. I could see that one. Jade Idol to me is a bit of a stretch. Kind of a weird thing. I'd love to hear you guys' take on. There's no dust refund on the card, but it has been effectively changed. I don't consider it a nerf, but I can see in particular the Potion of Madness thing is kind of maddening. Yeah, I went there. But I do see that, you know, I see the arguments both sides. It's one of the finicky ones. And the same thing happened with the tribal minions, which Leo again went on to. And I just want to give you guys a bit more of a breakdown on their reasoning for why, like, they added a mech tribe and all that to that. So Leo said, let's address the mecha elephant in the room. Why do we change so many minions into mech beasts in the latest patch? In 25.0, we added dual type minions and adjusted several minions in standard and wild to fit the new dual type style. At the time, we did not make cards like Spider Bomb or Ursatron mech beasts and kept them as just mechs. After all, they're mechs in the image of beasts, not real beasts. But we did make Light Ray or Arcanosaur elemental beasts. Thing is, Light Ray and Arcanosaur aren't real beasts either. They're just elementals that take the shape of beasts. Because of this, we reevaluated how we wanted to treat cards like Ursatron to be consistent with our new dual type ruling on cards like Light Ray. With dual type minions being a brand new thing, we want to be as consistent as we can with the rules around it. We do see that some changes are having bigger effects on decks like the dog there in Beast Hunter than others, and we'll keep a watchful eye out for minion dual type synergies in future sets. So kind of an explanation as to why they changed so much of it. They want to keep it consistent. If these are that, then those are that, and vice versa, right? So those are the changes. I think overall it's fine. For the most part, it actually does open up more synergies. Like, you can run this as a beast in like a cheap beast hunter now, right? Like you can do stuff like that you couldn't do before. It does change things up, but it does suck when it ruins, you know, your favorite deck that you built around it. So there's some clarification on some things. And I will say, I asked the BG guys why Puppbot isn't a mech beast considering all this stuff, and he answered the question for me. Good question. Main reason is that minion types have a lot of balance implications of BGs, both for synergies and what lobbies minions appear in, and we don't want to give beast divine shield through Puppbot and don't want things like Metal Tooth Leaper to appear in non-mech lobbies. So they're doing a balance over a little bit of flavor, and I think that's all right. So there you go. A little bit of news and tidbits. Let me know what you think about the Skulking Geist change. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.